Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Heidi Stang. Kendall is off tonight. Checks will be going out to millions of Minnesotans soon. That update coming from the state today. The tax rebate is part of the 2023 One Minnesota budget signed by Governor Tim Walz. Northern News Now's Natalie Hepner joins us in studio to talk about how much you could get with these stimulus checks. Natalie?
Yeah, Heidi, the amount of your rebate check comes down to your 2021 income. If you made $75,000 or less, you can expect a $260 rebate check. Couples making $150,000 or less can expect a $520 check. Parents who fall in those income brackets will also get another $260 check per child, up to 3 dependents. And the maximum credit a family of 5 could receive is $1,300. The rebate checks are part of a $3 billion tax bill lawmakers passed this session. Governor Tim Walz signed the bill May 24th, allocating nearly $1.2 billion for the rebate checks. And the funding comes from the state's record-setting $17.5 billion surplus. The Department of Revenue says the state is looking at 2021 tax files because that year highlights the economic impact of both the inflation and the COVID-19 pandemic.
Today is the first step of a major priority of Governor Walz, Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, to get those rebate checks out to folks, to help them with everyday needs and help them ease them the pain of inflation and COVID-19.
To check if you qualify for the tax rebate, look at line 1 of your 2021 state tax return, where it shows your federally adjusted gross income. The Minnesota Department of Revenue says you don't have to apply for this payment because the department uses previously filed income tax to sign Minnesotans up. But if you have changes to your address or banking information, the Department of Revenue opened an online portal today where you can change that information. That online form is open until July 28th. The Department of Revenue says the rebate checks will not be taxed by the state. They are unsure if the check will be taxed federally.
Thanks, Natalie. The Department of Revenue expects to have the checks going to Minnesotans early this fall. And here are some common questions you might have about if you are eligible. You receive the money if you were a Minnesota resident for part or for all of 2021. You won't get paid if someone claimed you as a dependent. And if you live in Wisconsin but work in Minnesota, you are not eligible.